Hello from the Cannon Academy. We are a homeschool and I am a homeschool grandmother. Today may be a short video because I just want to show you just how easy you can make a science lesson for all age levels. You can do it with a simple poster like this. You would be surprised how much science and social studies you can get out of this. With the smaller children, you can talk about the different animals that they see. Talk about if you think they're meat eaters, plant eaters, and things. I like to use the method that I learned while teaching a dinosaur unit with the movie The Dinosaurs back when it came out. The younger children I was teaching learned that meat-eating dinosaurs have sharp teeth and some have sharp claws. They learned that plant eaters had flat teeth. We talked about how humans have flat teeth and sharp teeth and what we use those for, and different things like that, and things that they might eat, how they might hunt, and stuff. Okay, with this poster, you can tell it's a jungle type setting. You can talk about where those jungles might be, which would take you to geography. You can talk about the history of animals and the human, as far as humans are concerned, and the planet itself, which takes you into science and social studies. You can talk about which ones are extinct or on the soon-to-be extinct list. You can talk about what ones they have seen at the zoo, which for smaller children is considered one of the topics that you would study for community and social studies. You can talk about the things that the animals do. Do any of these animals hibernate at any time during the year? Are they nocturnal? Are they out in the daytime? When do they look for their food? How is the weather where they live? What do they sound like? And things like that. Do they live together without hurting each other, like this picture shows that they might? Or would some of them be predators for other ones in this picture? Talk about what predators need. Talk about what being a non-predator is. Talk about the climate where they live. Does it rain a lot? Is it hot? Is it cold? Things like that. Is the place they live, is it in danger of becoming non-existent? Are people standing up to protect it? Are the animals, then you can go into a form of math. Are they big? Are they small? Are they, which animals are at the top? Which animals are in the middle? Which are on the bottom? Which are to the left? Which are to the right? Teaching positioning words. There are so many lessons in this one poster alone. You can find movies, talk about movies and books that you might find some of these animals in. The Jungle Book would be a good one. There are panda movies. There are movies about lions and tigers, elephants. There are a lot of movies where families go and they visit or stay in Africa for a while and have adventures with some of these animals, saving these animals, coming in contact for the first time with these animals. Some they're in danger because of the animals, some not necessarily so. So many different ways to go with this. You can find poems and things like that with them, and teach poetry and things. So again, this is a short video. It's just one way to show what you might do. Another thing is you could take various pictures that you find in magazines, and the children can help you cut them out and paste them onto a little cardboard or pieces of paper for game tokens. and then you could run a copy of those same pictures laid out in a crossboard, like a bingo board, and then call out the animals. And if they have an animal on their board, they can put a token on it. And if they don't, then they leave it unmarked. And when they have a full board, they of course would yell bingo. You could do your bingo board as a specific place. Animals from China, animals from India, animals from Africa. You could have woodland animals. You could have forest animals. You could have ocean animals, which I do have an ocean bingo game. You could have farm animals. You could have a bingo game for pets. Things like that. So it's not rocket science. All you need is your imagination. You can use the internet. You can use library books from, of course, the library. You can go to yard sales and get books. Shop on eBay, Amazon. Some of the local stores have books for children and things like that. Find encyclopedias. It's 100 different ways from Sunday that you can teach any age from toddler through 8th and 9th grade with this one poster. You could teach art with this poster, especially for the older children, and they could try to sketch what they're seeing here and things. You could have an older child pick one of these animals and do a report on it. Or they could come up with their own display showing the habitat and different things like that. So you do not need tons of curriculum. It's great if you have it. I have acquired a lot myself over the years. I've sold it off and rebought it, and now I'm trying to decide what I'm holding on to for the future and what works best for most of the time. So just make it easy. If you don't have textbooks and things right now, grab a workbook from somewhere for $10 or $15. Find pictures, posters, movies, other books. Go to the library, just pick a book and read. Find out what your child is interested in. Maybe they're interested in boats, or and from there you can go on. Do they like the cruise ship boats? Do they like pirate boats? Do they like sailing boats, yachts, things like that? And they can look into that and how to sail those across the water, and how do they operate, and how many people do they need on board, and what happens in a storm, and things like that. Maybe they like planes, and they can research planes and pick out a type of plane they like and specifically do a report on that and find out all the history about the plane. Maybe you have a child that just still likes dolls, and they could do a report on dolls. How did dolls come into being? When did they become toys? What was the first type of doll? What are some expensive dolls? What are some very low cost-effective dolls? What do homemade dolls look like? And things like that. So it's just whatever your imagination takes you, and you can take it in any direction for just about any subject. So do not make it hard on yourself. Just keep it simple. Go from there. Make notes. If you don't want to go off 10 different ways from the main one, that's fine. Make notes about how it comes up when you're having a discussion with your student, and then go from there. When you're done with the main focus, then branch off and say, okay, these were interesting ideas that we came up with together. Which two do you want to look at more closely? And go from there. You can have so much fun. We studied about Louis Braille, and we were learning how to do Braille, and we happened to take a trip, and we went through Louisville and stopped at the Louis Braille Museum, which we found really interesting, and they had a machine that let my daughter type her name using Braille. and she had that, and she found that extremely interesting. And it went from the history of Braille and how it had just expanded into what it is today and things. So that's all I have for you today, and I hope that this was helpful. If it was, please like and subscribe below, and I'll be happy to answer questions. You can look me up on Facebook. On Facebook, I'm under Venus Cannon, and this is the Cannon Academy. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.